Hey all, TC here, just back with another few little items. Um, Been working on my turkeys, of course, and I've got a bunch of other stuff I wanted to do, but of course, I told Adam at Record Crate, but nobody else has really known. But I had a major computer meltdown yesterday. I was installing the new Windows update, and it decided it didn't like it, and I ended up having to do a complete reset, a complete new install. I lost all my programs. I actually, thankfully, I have a great boss who let me take a personal day from work today so I could get started on rebuilding it. First things I put back in were my stuff for the shows and stuff, so that's good. But I mean, thankfully, all my files weren't touched because they're on different drives, and most of them are backed up too, and all my programs are backed up and stuff. So I just need to reload them and everything. But it's a major pain in the butt. So if I'm a little silent this week in places, that's probably why. I just wanted to go over a few finds and stuff that I received, starting with this. This is a contest-winning entry. I entered Dylan, the record spinner's social media contest. All you had to do was subscribe to him on a few different sites and go visit his favorite online record store, and he entered you in a drawing, and I ended up being one of the winners. And what I got was this, the 2008 reissue, I believe, of Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. I've never had this on vinyl. I have the CD. So does my wife. I think my wife has it on tape too. It's 180 gram vinyl, and there's the Geffen Records logo. Finally getting all my new, I gotta say, vinyl storage solutions. I love these envelopes. They're so awesome because everything is just so accessible and everything. Using them for both inners and outers. Really nice. Dylan, thank you so much. We're both huge fans of this album, and I'm very happy to have won, and always watch your show, so keep those great videos coming. I've been, doing my my usual hangouts at Record Crate, and picked up a few things from two hip chicks through Record Crate. Picked up a few before, and I got some more in. The first batch, I got a new version, or new copy of Carpenters. This is Karen and Richard's third album. Mine's in crappy shape. This is a big upgrade, and I'm very happy to have been able to get this at a decent price. I also picked up the Fifth Dimension's Greatest Hits. This is their early days on Soul City. Does not include their Bell days except for Aquarius, and has a lot of great stuff on it. I looked at it here, and yeah, One Less Bell to Answer, and If I Could Reach You, and Flashback, but none of those are on here. So the Bell years are actually on an album called Greatest Hits on Earth, which is a Pink album. This is an earlier release, but I've always loved them as a kid, and I still love their music. So that's definitely a cool thing. And I also picked up the soundtrack from The Black Hole. This is John Barry. I love his music. I love the music from this movie. The movie sucks. I mean, the movie really sucks. But the soundtrack, the music is fantastic. Miko did a cover of it on one of his albums, on his Star Trek and the Black Hole album. Just terrific, and I love the original too. But again, the movie sucks. But those are cool. And then in a later sale, since they've been doing a lot of stuff, I picked up a few CDs from them. And Don and Mary are terrific. They have such an eclectic line of stuff. I actually have some more coming from them from a sale last night. But last week I picked up some CDs. I picked up Celine Dion's Taking Chances. Get that up to where you can see it. I believe this is one of her more recent albums, because I don't know any of the hits on it, but I don't really care because I adore Celine. She is terrific. James Asher, Feet in the Soil. This is I believe it's African music, if I'm not mistaken. I thought it would be really cool to try out. I also got this album, Leahy, which is Celtic music. I love this kind of stuff. In this case, Celtic violin. something in me decided, ooh, an album by a rock band in German. I need that. Not really. We think the band is called Echt, E-C-H-T. The album is Fresh Swimmer. I have no idea. I don't speak a word of German. But it just sounded like something cool to have in my collection. And finally, I would have picked this up anyway, even if he hadn't passed away recently, because I truly like him. Regis and Joy, Philbin, of course, album called Just You, Just Me. I'd still love to get some of Regis's earlier stuff that he did back when he was on the Joey Bishop show, and also some of the stuff he did with Kathy Lee Gifford. I always thought Regis was a great entertainer, and he's going to be sorely missed as one of the people we lost this year. I also picked up some stuff from a Discog seller, and this is terrible. I forgot to pull it up. I usually have it all set to go here. Let me get it here. It'll always take me a second. You know, every other paycheck or something, I kind of budget some for really low price stuff that I've always wanted, and so I did that again. And this one came from Adam J277. He runs Uncaged Records, and I got a slew from him. I'm going to try not to drop them all. All nicely put in my new sleeves. Yay! 3 albums from the legendary Jane Oliver. I love her music. And just starting to collect it all now. First Light, excuse me. Chasing Rainbows, complete with hype sticker and prices. I'm leaving the. I didn't used to leave the shrink wrap on, but since everybody thinks it's so cool, I thought it's already going to be in here, so why not protect it? And The Best Side of Goodbye. This is actually one I've wanted for a while. Is this the one that has? Which one? What's the hit off this? I gotta look at the album here. One of the songs. Where did I move my lamp to? Oh, there it is. Not really ready. This is the one with her version of Greatest Love of All, which is the song that later was a big hit for Whitney Houston and had recently just then been a hit for George Benson. I love her version of that, and I think she's awesome too. I ended up with 2 more albums from one of my favorite bands, Manhattan Transfer. I only have a few of their records. I have a lot of 45s by them and the greatest hits, but I'm trying to go back and get their stuff. I picked up this album, which is called Coming Out. This was their first major album. Has their first hit, Operator, on it. Cool, customized, yellow Atlantic label. Not seen that. Whoops. Don't do that. I'm not supposed to do that with these new sleeves. And also their 1986 album, Brazil. All Brazil-themed stuff with some great stuff. I have a couple of singles of this, and I love them, so I know I'm going to love that. I talked about in my Value Vinyl BCLT video how I recently purchased some Carole King. This is the album. It's called Fantasy. Once owned by someone named Holden. This album features her hit single Believe in Humanity, which I love. You Light Up My Life is the flip side of that, and it was also got some radio play. So I figured I might as well grab the album. I had a good price on it. It's in great shape. I think it's the only, well, now it's one of the only albums I own on the Ode label, which is, you know, one of Carol's. The only thing I had by Carole King before the last week was the soundtrack from Really Rosie, which I adore. I couldn't wait till I was so happy when it was re-released in the late 80s, because I loved that since it first aired in 1975. Great special. Dino, 24/7. I don't know how big he did on the national chart, but Dino had 2 #1 hits on the TKR chart in 1990 or 91, and 24/7, and I like it. This is the only album I have on the 4th and Broadway label. I can't wait to hear the whole album. Classic from Olivia Newton-John, Totally Hot, featuring Totally Hot, Deeper Than the Night, and Little More Love. This was her first album post-Grease, when she first started to morph toward a little harder edged sound from what she was used to doing. Another album I was missing from my Alessi. I love the Alessi twins. They are terrific. And I think this album, I'm not familiar with any of the songs, but if it's as good as the other two albums, I'm going to, no, 3 albums. I have 2 on album, 1 on cassette. I'm going to adore this. So they're terrific. They're still, by the way, still performing. You can find them, a new album just last year. Tony Tennille, More Than You Know. This is the first of the 2 solo albums. I just bought another one tonight from Record Crate. This is all pop standards. She was aiming for that. This came out during the run of her short-lived talk show, The Tony Tennille Show, which ran for, actually I think it came out right after that. She's always terrific, and that voice of hers is awesome. 2 more early albums to add to my collection from Melissa Manchester. Don't Cry, Melissa, which is her first breakthrough album, which features Midnight Blue and Just Too Many People. And Don't Cry Out Loud, which features the title track, which was a huge hit for her. And finally, excuse me, sealed copy. This is sealed until I opened it to take it out. Austin Roberts and Rocky from 1975. I have his album on Chelsea from 1972. He is one of the most underrated songwriters. He also wrote Helen Reddy's huge hit Keep On Singing. He is an awesome songwriter. And Rocky, one of those story, you know, love story gone wrong, because, you know, it's pretty much the story right out of Love Story. Terrific stuff if you've never heard it. So obviously I still have a lot more to listen to. I still need to replace my turntable. I have my eye on a couple of them, and I will have them. I gotta finish doing the remodel in my office, or I'm never gonna get done with it. And I never get around to be able to listen to these things. And I want to hear them again, and all these back here, and all my 45s in the closet, and all my CDs in the closet, and my cassettes which are in storage. I have a lot to do. I want to digitize it all, and I'm just pushing 2 years, because I want to do it by my 60th birthday, and I'll be 60 in 2023. So I want to have it all digitized so we can use it. I got more stuff planned for the next few weeks. A few days and months and whatever. I hope you'll come around. I hope you like and subscribe, and be sure to leave a comment if you can. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to click the bell so you know when I have new stuff up. And check me out on my social media sites, which are probably popping up somewhere. And I hope you enjoy what I have to offer. Until next time, I'm TC. I'll see you later. Bye.